finishing another awesome season. Of the 8 tournaments, 7 filled up to the maximum of 512 players. But now we have only 16 for the finals. Beijing esports team is the top 2 ranked players, but Seitini has been on fire recently. Find out who wins on episode 21 of Imbalanced. Welcome to Imbalanced. This week we cover the In-Cup Summer Finals. It's a best-of-3 double elimination tournament between the top 16 players from the first 8 In-Cup tournaments this season. The top 6 is an impressive list of players. Who, winners, Seitini, Elfie, and 4King's newest player, Lil DC, and Lucifer. Probably the best-known player, Lucifer, has not been at top form recently, but a win here could improve his standings. On the other hand, Seitini has been carrying Fnatic through the Warcraft 3 Champions League with over half of their points, but he has yet to win a major tournament. Let's get the action started with a game from the second round of the upper bracket. Rain against Winners starts out on Turtle Rock with a dual crypt rush by Rain. He manages some great harassment early, but he can't finish off the job. Winners comes back with an army of Dryads and Bears and manages to get an expansion up. The Frostworm really helps Rain out, but he is going to need something special to take out the expansion. That something special is 2 hero kills. First the Naga dropping like a rock, and then the Panda. But despite all that, the Lich goes down and Rain can't pull out the victory. Game 2 was not posted, but Rain tied up the series, so we go to Game 3 on Secret Valley. Rain goes random for some unknown reason. He gets human and goes for the fast expansion. He manages to finish it, but he can't get the towers up. He tries to take out Winner's expansion, but he just doesn't have the firepower to finish it off. With that, Rain no longer has the economy advantage, and his steam tank harassment is not nearly as effective as it should be. Rain tries to tower up another expansion, but Winners shuts him down. With that, Rain gives up and gives Winners a victory and a trip to the semifinals. In round 2, Seitini faced off against the relatively unknown Vacuum Tube. The first game went to Seitini. We joined the series for the second game on Nullwood. Seitini starts off with a great creepjack early, which gives him time to get bears. Vacuum Tube gets right back in the game with a great creepjack. His Raiders dominated the Huntresses, but it took another creepjack for him to finish Seitini off. His Kodo Beasts eat 3 bears, which cripples Seitini and sends the match to a third game. That third game starts off with a few grunt kills for Seitini, but Vacuum Tube gets the Peon Surround. Unfortunately, he can't finish it off without losing his grunt, which he still ends up losing later. Vacuum Tube tries some harassment and takes out Seitini's main, but he doesn't have nearly as strong of an army as Seitini does. He doesn't manage to take the expansion out, and Seitini's army just overwhelms him. Seitini gets the victory and a win and a game against Nighthoff in the semifinals. We move on to the semifinals, where clanmates Who and Winners will face off for a spot in the finals. You might wonder, who is Who? He's an Orc player who isn't in the regular starting lineup for the Beijing esports team, but he still plays this season in the Warcraft 3 Champions League. He has 2 wins and 2 losses. Winners, on the other hand, is a very well-known player, but he's never been one of the top 5 players in the world. They start off on Twisted Meadows, where Winners gets together some Druids of the Talon and starts a fight. Both players micro the battle very well, but even though Winners has a town portal out, he's still got the better of Who. Winner comes back and gets a creepjack. This time he doesn't need a town portal, and he finishes off Who sends us to Nullwood for the second game. Who starts the match off with a great surround behind the Goblin Merchant, and then gets a surround and a hero kill against the Voodoo Lounge. With that advantage, Who puts some very heavy pressure on Winners, who's teching to Druids of the Talon again. But this game he won't get there, as Who pulls out Wyvern to end the game in just about 10 minutes. In Game 3 on Echo Isles, Winners makes it to Druid of the Talon just fine, rather than facing the normal army of Raiders and Spirit Walkers, Who brings out Troll Witch Doctors. Winners comes up with a counter and throws some Chimeras into his army. With the added firepower, he easily takes down Who's expansion. But Who comes back using Bat Riders to take out 2 of the 3 Chimeras. Winners still has the extra income from his expansion, and he uses that to rebuild his army and demolish Who, putting himself through to the upper bracket finals.